Hey, how you doing? This is Major with Major TV. Let's talk. When I first started this channel, I really looking at a lot of people that had channels regarding talking about black issues, ups, downs, good, bad, what we can improve at and whatnot. And some of it to me became very, very commercial, and some was just talking about problems and issues. And I get it, you have to talk about the problem first and issues before you talk about resolving it. But I'm more along the lines of talking about it as well, but meaning really resolving it, but not me by myself trying to figure out how to do that. Really, I really feel like we need to do it together. We need an open conversation, real conversations about that. I started a channel named it Major TV. Let's talk, and my tagline was where a real conversation and engagement with the black community begin. And I really wanted to engage the black community. I've been on the sideline for a very, very long time, just watching, looking in, doing my part, but not really like fully inserting myself. Because like most black people, I was afraid. I was questioning a lot of things. And I mean afraid, I mean getting caught up into the commercialized part of the struggle in reference to you supporting somebody and their reasons are hitting. Like they're talking the right talk, but when you watch the motive, it's more commercial. It's more of a following, whereas there's no substance. And I don't want to participate in nothing like that. You know, I mean, I'll listen. I even may give a comment or ask questions. But I learned that you believe, know what you have, what you see, watch their end game. A person can say they love you all they want. But when you watch their actions, if the actions not showing that they love you, then what is that? So for me, I believe in you watch a person when they talking and doing things. And the crazy part about what I'm about to say, right, is you have a lot of sisters and brothers that's talking constantly. And they are debating, right? They are debating. One is saying this one about that one saying this one about this one, and it leaves you confused about, damn, they both sound intelligent, why they not coming together? So I was like, look, I know people already doing this, and they coming from their perspective. They're giving you what they know, what they learn, what they experience, and so forth. So I'm like, damn, why not? I do the same thing. So that's why I started this channel. So, but the topic I want to talk about today interests me a lot, right? Because I, like anybody, drive through neighborhoods, go to stores and whatnot, and I look at some neighborhoods, right? And I live in the house I bought in Jonesboro, Georgia. Nice neighborhoods, older, 2001. It's pretty nice, but I've been in some neighborhoods. Say middle income neighborhood as well. It's a middle income neighborhood. I go to some neighborhoods, man, I be like, damn, it's like it's about to fall apart. I think about how we say like they don't come back and try, these politicians, how they ask for your vote and they put their signs in your yard, but they never really seem like they want to help, right? So this might be a deep conversation, but I'm gonna have to go in with this and just freestyle and give you my take on what I'm about to talk about. Top gonna be how to restore a diminishing or sunken black neighborhood or neighborhoods. And like I said, I picked this topic because I seen some stuff that it was bad. Cause I don't know what some black people going through versus others. I know some of us doing well, a lot of us not doing so well. But these are things I want to talk about. Like engage with you all, right? So why do a home or neighborhood look like it's about to fall apart? I mean, look like the shutters are messed up. The gate around the house coming apart. Look like the outside structure don't look up to part. The grass not being cut. Now this could be for many reasons, right? And you probably can add some more stuff on why it looks so bad. We can say because people going through a hard time, right? That's the first assumption. Hard time is real, when jobs are not paying as much, when inflation and prices are going up. We're in hard time. We fall on hard time. Some of deal with bad money management. Some of deal with not establishing credit, and some deal with alcohol, drugs. So you can add on some more stuff along with this. But I just was thinking, right? And I was like, damn, why these communities look like that? And sometimes you can go to some white neighborhoods, let's say equivalent to that neighborhood, and it looks so nice. Even on the outside of the neighborhood, it looks so nice. And we know about the political part of the Democrats and the Republicans, and how President Trump came out and said when he was running in 2016 that you vote for them and look at your neighborhood, you might well try me out. And blacks jumped on board with them saying that because it was the truth in reference to how it looked. And there's a lot of moving factors, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of moving factors, But I'm gonna say this: when I decided to see how to restore a diminishing and sunken black neighborhoods, some things come to mind, right? And let's start with one: money discipline. What that mean? All right, a book by Dennis Kimbrough called Black Wealth, and the author, really Robert Johnson, whatever, of Ebony Magazine. He said that a lot of people that's going through something, he said they have the tenacity to win, because whenever they go through something, they find a way to pay their bills when they don't have the money. They find a way to make a win when there's no way. So the ability to hustle or make a dollar, it's already in us. You know what I'm saying? He was saying that the same energy, the same motivation, the same way it takes for me to run Ebony Magazine, or how I built Ebony Magazine to become wealthy, he said, same can happen to people that don't have money. They just have to figure it out. And a lot of them already know how to do it. I can remember times my mom couldn't pay bills with kids. She made a way. However, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like it can't happen. But further on that book, he talked about W.E. Du Bois was approached by a student or somebody where he gave a lecture, and he asked W. Du Bois, hey, sir, how can I become rich? And I'll never forget what the comment was, right? W. Du Bois looked at him and said, as soon as black people stop buying stuff they don't need. I said, damn. I thought about all the money I was spending for this holiday. I was spending holidays that don't even affect us or really have anything to do with us, right? Some whitewash BS, some commercial stuff that I was like everybody else following. I was one-time brainwashed, you know what I'm saying? We are fighting inside a lot of bad habits that we dealing with, right? And is I gonna use a person with myself that let me know that I was messing my money up. So when I speak about money discipline, I'm speaking about stop buying stuff you don't need. Stop trying to compete with the Joneses because they have a certain kind of ride. They wearing these kind of clothes. They live in this kind of neighborhood. We have to stop that. We have to learn how to stop spending on stuff we don't need. And we have to learn how to save. The theory is 10%. My theory is whatever, save it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you should put a value on it. Like one time I had to save like $1,000 on my check. Right? But anything I need to take care of, I would take care of it out that savings. But I know how much I don't want to mess with. But my theory is just put it up. So we have to learn how to money manage. Right? We have to make sure we have our income over here and all our expenses over here. So at the end of the month, as we pay all our expenses, bills, and what have you, this is the money we have, right, to save. The problem with most black people, I believe, because we already know that we spend over $1 billion or more on consumer goods. And it's not even circulating in our community, circulating in other community. So we have to be mindful that all this money we spending, it's not adding up, it's not making sense. Why? It's because we're not seeing the benefit. We're not seeing the benefit. There is good and there's bad results of using your money. And if you buying stuff that's not appreciating, it's negative. It's a negative. You buying stuff that's appreciating in value, it's a positive. I don't really want to talk about the financial part in detail, but we have to have a budget statement. Income minus expenses, or expenses minus income equal net worth. We save that. What we save, we gotta learn how to invest. It's number one. Number two is credit restoration. We have to work on our credit. It took me a minute to buy a house, right? I was like a lot of black people. I was lost. But I eventually figured it out, right? But it took me a minute. But we gotta work on our credit. Meaning we have to start putting credit cards on our name. And we have to know how to use those credit cards right. A lot of times we treat credit cards like it's cash. No. Only that credit card is good for, it's preserving your dollar and helping you build your credit. Good thing about credit, even if you outdo yourself and the balance is high, you can't really pay it. You can do just a monthly payment, you can pay it all. Set up a plan to pay it all. With cash, if you have $1,000, you spend $1,000, that $1,000 is gone. But you have $1,000 on credit card, you spend it, you can make them little payments. So it's important that we get our credit together because it puts us in a position to what? To buy a house. That's one of the biggest single loans you might experience as an individual loan. It puts in a position to then look at getting a real estate, to possibly raise capital with credit to start a business, and also invest in stocks. You want to do that. I won't highly recommend it without you doing research about it, but there are opportunities with the credit thing. That's my thing. I like credit. That's my thing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to have a conversation about that But right now, I just want to deal with restoring our community, right? Um, Building a relationship with institutions, with banks and whatever. If you dealing with banks, dealing with loans and so forth, so on, like a lot of our neighborhoods, I gotta get to this right now. These sunken, diminishing black neighborhoods. We can go to the bank and we can put equity out of our home. We think it's bad. There's nothing wrong to put equity out your home. Get your home up to par. Well, of course, you need to have your credit together, right? You need to have your credit together to do this. But you do have collateral in your home to also pull equity out. But then you're looking at high interest rates, so you have to consider that. But we're talking about, and the reason why I'm talking about the money discipline, the credit restoration, and now I'm talking about building relationships with financial institutions, because when you go deal with these banks and you're pulling out these home equity loans to do because it should be primarily focused on bringing your house up to standard, whereas something you would like and enjoy. Because you gotta realize when you put equity out, once you invest in your home, get your home looking decent, looking nice, automatically it's gonna appreciate just you doing that. You feel me? So, I mean, you can do the shadows, you can do solid slide, you can do the brick, you can do the wood, you can paint, you can do with ads, you can get new AC, you can do the step over, you can do drop, you can do whatever you want to do. Of course, you have to make sure you live them numbers and make sure you can afford it and you ain't stretch yourself out so much. Man, bring our community back. So let our community look like that. I know a friend I grew up with, I'm not gonna call her name out, right? And she been in Atlanta, out here surrounding areas of Atlanta, but she in Jonesboro with me. And she been home over 10, 12 years, right? And I mean, one time she's gonna lose her house, right? And I did her taxes to help her save her house, right? I just want my house, and it's sad to see like a house is about to fall apart. And I don't even want to talk about it. This person might see the video and be like, no, I'm talking about her. But it hurt me, and I'm scared to tell her because she's the type of person that she's prideful and tend to catch attitude. You try to just inform her like, hey, why you not doing it? Why? And I asked, but I'm talking about really like this, telling them what's good, But it's sad that she been in the house all this long. I know you got equity in it. Take care of your house. We'll take care of our community. And it hurts me because when I drive through black neighborhoods, I already know about systemic racism. I already know about institutional racism. I already know about oppression. But we still have to find a way out this. We can't let this get the best of us and we stop and we give up. Or don't put that better foot out there to make things better. I'm tired, seeing this in. We've been ridiculed by white communities and other groups about, oh, we don't want this, we don't want to do this, we don't care about this. And I know that's a lie. But I know mentally all of us is different. We built different. Everybody is not strong, have that mental fortitude to endure and deal with all that. A lot of us do and a lot of us don't. But man, we have to tighten up for real. So we have to build a relationship with the banks where we can get these loans and whatnot, where we keeping our credit together, where we can not just think about restoring the home. That's what I'm talking about right now, restoring our home and our community, or neighborhood. But also looking at investing in and building up other neighborhoods. We gotta do this. Ain't no ifs, ands about it. Government. Voting, everybody talking about voting, right? That's just a start. But voting and holding officials accountable. We don't realize that we vote for people like the congressmen and representatives, what have you. They be having so much money allotted to them. They be having so many resources. You know why most of them get in scandals? Half don't know what to do with the money. It's so easy for people that got money, they got libraries, and somebody know what's going on, to put something, and somebody either go holler at them before you know it, they call them all kind of scandals. But we the people, we voted for them. If you know your neighborhood is going through something, right? And if you know the banks are not lending you or helping you rebuild communities, it's going to take a group effort. I know I'm talking to individual people. I'm also looking at us forming a group in that neighborhood community. Chairman, representative, go sit, write them letters, email, text them, call them, go sit down and talk with them. And let them know, hey, my community is suffering. My neighborhood at such and such a state, such village, such is going through it. And some black people just scared to say, well, hey, my credit bad. I don't know how to do this, that, and other. That representative can easily put together or assign a group to go in that neighborhood, right? And see the people that need help. I'm talking about people who need help. I ain't talking about people that already got their stuff together. Cool and happy. But a lot of us, and we see it every day, they're not on it. Now, don't get me wrong. I know we can't twist nobody on. I know we can't make nobody do anything. But I'm quite sure any reasonable mind, any reasonable black mind, if you come to them and say, hey, there's something set to help you get your house together, you think they want to jump on that? Come on now. But I feel like we don't know about it. We don't know how to approach a congressman or representative or a councilman. Them two, let them know the business. I'm sick and tired of people saying, well, vote. Go look on their website, see what they stand for, blah. All that's good. Do that. But hold them accountable. Write letters. Just like we got, like, let me see, for instance, they got, what they have in the neighborhood, in our neighborhood too, but it's not, it's association fees what have you. They have it in my community, but you can join it or not. You have a lot of association and neighborhood organizing that can easily sit down their meetings and strategize how you can make the neighborhoods better. We're going to take people like me and you to inform them. Because I'm about to start doing some things. I'm about to show you I'm doing some things. But we need to get our community together. Because the funny part about it, right, it was what black people, we dropped the ball at. Because they never really tell us nothing. They be having so much money out there, so many grants, so much this, but we don't never know. The politicians know. Some of the leaders in the community know. But we the last to find out. Or we never find out. Because a lot of us don't pick up books. We don't know how to use Google. We don't know how to do basic research. We don't get on YouTube. And then a lot of us, just the very thought, have to do that scarce. Because we don't have the habit of doing certain things. And we get in the habit of just being complacent and laying around and thinking it's going to be like this, that, and other. No. We got to do something, man. And we got to do it now. Our communities have to be cleaned up. I just was thinking about this driving through the neighborhood. And some notes was made, and I want to talk about that. And again, I feel the way we need to clean up our neighborhood, restore our neighborhood. It's true. Money discipline, credit restoration, building a relationship with financial institutions, government, voting, and holding officials accountable. It's just a start, y'all. And see, a lot of things I know too, right? When I be sitting on the sideline, you're not seeing a whole lot of stuff that I probably have done, right? But I still feel like it's subpar compared to what I could have been doing. That's why I think I'm holding myself accountable, then starting this channel. When I said, I believe that you got to back it up. So if I said I got to back it up, but I'm going to show y'all what I'm talking about real soon. And what I want y'all to see is, if you take action and you're serious about taking action, you'd be surprised at the results. But our communities, our neighborhoods that's diminishing or sunken in a very dark place. And I understand drug issues is a problem, alcohol issues is a problem, gambling is a problem. But guess what? We can change too. Now, no change is not easy for most of us, and some of us, especially when you're dealing with what I just said, gambling, getting high, drinking. But if you want better in your life, you're gonna change. You're gonna minimize. You're gonna think smart. Because believe it or not, only way you're gonna win in this world is being smart. Being smart don't mean that you have to be an intellectual. So your most wealthy people just was smart. Wasn't great in school, what have you. But had tenacity, the will, the motivation, and persistence to just grab it and run with it. That's what we gotta do, y'all. So please leave a comment, you know what I'm saying? Talk with me, you know what I'm saying? Call my bluff, you know what I'm saying? And let's see where we can go from this here, because the time is now. We complain about what this president do, what Barack didn't do, and this person. You know why? Because we never put nothing in writing. We never confront them seriously. And we never follow up. We never really organize because we get caught up what? To our own personal life. Or want to go party. Or, hey, I'm going to live my life to the fullest. Or, hey, that's their problem. That's not my problem. That's not going to work, y'all. So, I just wanted to just let y'all know what it is. You know what I'm saying? This is real talk, real engagement with the black community. Holla at me. This is Major TV. Take care and be blessed. One.